Hi, this is Real World Audio, and I'm just giving you an extra little tour about my channel's homepage, that there are some features there that will be very useful for every audiophile. And as you see today, I had this video posted, Hunting for the Holy Grail of Loudspeakers, and I mentioned one German designer of loudspeakers, and I didn't recall his name in the video when I was shooting it, but Klaus commented that it's Joachim Gerhard, and yes, that was him. And here I posted those videos where Joachim Gerhard gives a master course on loudspeaker design. So if you want to hear it from the horse's mouth, the links are there. I posted the links for you. But let's suppose that you are my subscriber and you have been watching my videos, and maybe next week you want to look at these masterclass videos from Joachim Gerhard, but you forgot which was the video where I posted these links. So now what you can do is just click on my name here, Real World Audio, and that will take you to my channel's homepage. And then here, when you look at these things, it says playlists. So click on playlists. And then when you go on the playlist, I have a bunch of playlists there, so you can look at them to your heart's desire. And let's hear, I have one that says recommendations. So those are videos that I did not make those videos. So the recommendations playlist that includes videos on YouTube which other people posted, and I think they are useful for audiophiles. So if you want to improve your audiophile education and you really like the stuff that I post, then if you look at this playlist, you can find other people and other things which give you more information on audio rather than just a review on a product, and then it's just all about the product. So it's not just a specific advice on something specific, but on making you a more informed audiophile, like growing up from a consumer baby audiophile to an experienced audiophile. And there's a bunch of interesting things, like it brings up first this Harbeth loudspeaker factory visit. That's just interesting thing, so you can see how a very prestigious present-day company makes their loudspeakers, how they produce it, and a bunch of interesting stuff. And here there are some music as well. I don't know why I put it there, but you will find music as well. Oh, look at that. I also have some links about like organ playing and famous organists, how what was going on there. And now this is something Craig really cracked up on my obsession with Glitch Mob, that it's like a really mediocre and old group. What on earth I'm really banging on with Glitch Mob, especially this one, 10-year anniversary album. It's a remixed remaster version of The Drink of the Sea, which is by now an old album. And I can tell you guys that I love Glitch Mob, and I always loved it, and I happened to get their 10-year anniversary album, the vinyl edition, which is cut onto 2 vinyl. So it's not on 1 record but 2 records, and that allows extreme dynamic range and just extreme bass response. And this is not a genre that anyone would associate with high sound quality. If you try to play Glitch Mob on virtually any audiophile system, you will be thoroughly 100% dismayed. And people will say that that's because their recording quality is not good enough. it should not be played on a high fidelity system, because then you will find out that it's crap. And from my point of view, I have experienced basically all sorts of aspects and facets of audio life, experienced, put together, have my friends put together virtually every type of audio system at any and every level. And I can tell you guys that possibly the highest level of audio reproduction is when your system becomes capable of playing music like that, which are called like popular music, which is totally unlistenable on 99.9% of audiophile systems. And not because they are poorly mastered. Yes, there are could be mastered even better, and I can tell that even the 10-year anniversary version, it's much more compressed than my liking would be. So I would be really happy if they did not compress it the way that they compressed. But even with that compression, even with the shortcomings of that record, that, I mean, the LP version was the only single audiophile experience, or I would say music listening experience in my entire life when my jaw hang open. And if you when I heard it, and if you think about it, that my standards are super low, that's not at all. The greatest advantage of audio gear is that it makes music accessible to you. So previously, and I would say most music systems, glitch mob is entirely mediocre and unenjoyable to 100%. But if you have your system down to the last T, then when you listen to it, you will be purely shocked, like in serious shock, like in medical trauma level shock. And it wasn't just me. When I listened to that LP, both of my cats came in and listened to it, and even birds were flying in that. They were trying to get into the living room, even though I had two cats in the living room, and birds were chirping outside and trying to get in. It was like the craziest listening session ever imaginable. And so anyway, I just want to let everyone know that this type of electronic music, I call it electronic music because it's generated using computers and synthesizer and all sorts of stuff. I don't know the subgenre type of thing, like electronic ka or bebop, or I don't know what else. I'm not well versed in that. It is after Baroque, and after Baroque I am not in my element really of calling the genres. But just so you guys that I give some perspective here, I want to show something which is not my channel but someone else's channel, and he is watching my channel, and he posted a snapshot and a little snippet recording from his system, and that's Groovesick's audio note Paladin system. And where it is, I will find it. I just need to scroll and find. And the thing is that oh, here we go. Let's just go here. So when we are playing, he's playing electro music too, and he got as comments, let me say, maybe not here in the video, that let me see. No, people were nice and didn't comment here. But when you look at audio reviewers and audiophile reviews, people generally say that if you play electro music on your system, it's really not representative at all, because it's all artificial music. How do you know how the violin would sound on your system, or how a piano or how Luciano Pavarotti would sound like. It doesn't give you any indication. And maybe you can have a system that plays electro music, like this party club music really well, but the presentation of classical music could be colored and really unenjoyable. But I can tell you guys that when your system plays acoustic music and human voice with a naturalness, so it doesn't sound processed and artificial, it will be also able to play electro music. And I can tell you guys that although I have not heard electro music on a Paladin before, I did hear electro music on an audio note amp, and that was their the auto, the push pull version of the auto, and it was just astonishing. That was one of my first audiophile experiences, and those of us who listened to it, many were professional musicians of the classical type, so like a violinist, woodwinds, university professor teaching cello, and people like that. And it was just astonishing. And we listened to EMF, a song from EMF. That was the first time I ever heard the group EMF, and then that experience alone made me obsess about that group. And for a long while I didn't even know what we played, and but the song went into my head so much that once when I heard it somewhere else, then I knew that okay, this was that song. And then I bought it. And of course, for a long time I was completely unable to reproduce that effect. So when I played it on my old audiophile system and my friends' audiophile systems, it was crap. And however, for those of us who listened to it, everyone was floored, and no one made a negative comment. Why didn't we listen to cello music or something like that? So that's why I'm saying, like, kudos to Groovesick, and I really thank you for posting this sound snippet of your system, and it's a really good thing to educate people that electro music can be played at an exceptionally high level, and that's when it becomes an experience. Because when you are trying to listen to it through a crappy stereo, it's truly painful. But guys, those of us who are used to classical music or jazz, try to listen to jazz through a crappy stereo. It's just as painful. Some would say it's even more painful listening to jazz through a crappy stereo than listening to electro music through a crappy stereo. It might be subjective, but it's truly debatable, and we should not diss the entire genre of electro music because the where we heard them were only inadequate sources. So I hope that everyone just takes home this little message that if you have a system that allows you to be familiar with more music, then it can give you so much more to your life. And it's a really good idea to keep your eyes open and to develop in a direction so that you can listen to more and more and discover and explore new experiences. So thank you, please like, subscribe, bye bye.